Okay, so I want to talk a lot about fitness today because I think it's something that doesn't really get covered a lot. It's not something a lot of people associate with like high productivity and getting stuff done. But like fitness, I think is huge, and I think it's big in a lot of ways. And I'm gonna talk a little bit about my journey today. Um, Obviously, I go through a lot of that professionally on the channel, but one thing that doesn't get taught a lot, don't talk a lot, is just fitness. So, freshman year was like a big year for me. Excuse me. I started, I was like big kid coming into high school, and then I also didn't have a lot of social skills. So I started dieting and exercising freshman year, and I lost 50 pounds in like 6 7 months, right? So it's just learning how to actually take care of my body, and just consistently exercising. It's about 50 pounds. So it was really big change, like personally, because it took me from some really fat kid to like, having a good posture and looking good. So it gave me like the self confidence to go out and get my first job at Subway, right? And it gives you the drive to keep going and to have more successes in your life. Because if you can lose 50 pounds, then you can go and keep doing stuff, right? And so it like builds on this idea that you can do it, and then you go into your other aspects of your life in a more empowered state. So I was working at Subway, still working out. Then sophomore year started, I started taking weightlifting, right, and just continued that cycle of improving, both professionally with starting managing. After about 2 months at Subway, they gave me keys, and they were like, close the store, open the store, and then train new employees. I got to the point I was working alone, open to close pretty much. So you took on a lot of responsibility in that aspect, and it was fueled, I think, in part by weightlifting and further growing myself, my self confidence, and my self image, through building muscle and stuff. So other aspects of your life can improve as you improve your personal fitness, which I think is huge. I don't see a lot of people talk about it. I think it's awesome. So as I kept going with that, and continued to grow myself athletically, I hate sports, right? I just never liked sports, but when you can grow yourself and open up new doors in your life through fitness, I think it's a magical experience. So I kept going with it, and then really having the confidence that in myself is what led me to start researching stock. Like what is stocks on Google, and it's just taken off from there. Obviously, I just love it so much, and like having the drive to do that, I think comes a lot from having a strong self-image and good fitness, right? So, um, you know, really being able to, have the confidence to, after a couple months of research and initial trading, say, I want to quit my minimum wage job and trade stocks full time. I think a lot of that, confidence comes from a strong self-image and fitness, right? And it also gives you discipline every single day, right? To know exactly what you need to focus on, and also how to manage time, right? You got to work in, your hour of or whatever of workouts, right? Excuse me. So you have it work in that sense so that you can grow, not just in one aspect of your life, but across it, right? So I continued that, with trading, 9 to noon, um, over, junior or sophomore, yeah, like sophomore to junior summer, right? And, cross country practice every morning, right? That was just another step in the ladder, right? So and then cross country has just kind of continued that cycle where you're growing yourself physically, you're learning how to manage time, and it's just great fitness, right? So that was last year, and then this year, again, we're doing cross country, track. It's just awesome. I run short track. I love it. I think it's really good balance between like super long distance and then sprinting. Like hundreds, 200s, 400s. That's a really good. It just grows me more, and it takes me to a whole nother level. And I'll, probably in college and stuff, just a lot of weightlifting, stuff like that. Weightlifting's kind of my jam. I like it a lot, but anything you do right, it's just gonna be great for you, as long as you're getting that discipline of workout and you just gotta set the time for it, and it's like kind of therapeutic, but it's just, you do it, and you find out what you like, and then you just keep doing it, and you're gonna find results across all aspects of your life, because you're gonna grow your self-confidence, you're gonna grow your image, you're gonna grow all these skills from fitness. I think it's super important, just no matter what you're doing. If you're not, and if you're playing a sport, that's awesome. Also consider like how much of it's for fitness, how much of it's for social stuff, right? Like team sports, whatever. But like focusing on, like the long term, like what are the benefits? And then weighing the time costs. There's a lot of different ways to exercise. I know in between seasons, I've done like 20-minute workouts that were chiller to set me up for the rest of the day. I've done hour workouts. So it's just finding a balance with it so that you can work it into your life and have the best results. Yeah. Hope it works for you guys. I think it's a really, really cool concept, and it can help, especially if you're in a rut or anything like that. Having that win at the end of the day to say, oh, I had a really good workout today, even if, not a lot of other things worked out. Maybe you didn't get your 3 things for the day done. That's okay. That's okay. Because, it was a good workout, right? So it's just that boost that you need sometimes. And I think it's killer. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.